Ladies and gents, hope everybody's okay. I'm just coming on to show this another fun filled card for you. Mel's been messing about with paper. Super quick, super easy. I know I always say that and end up cocking it up, but this one is, believe me. Right, you're going to need a piece of card that measures 5 inches by 8 inches long. Okay, and you're going to score it at 3 inches on the 3-inch line. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take that card, you're going to fold it over on that score line, if I'm in frame. So we've got our 3-inch score line just there. Okay, so you're going to have that facing towards you. You're going to fold it over on that, and then you're going to fold it back. Okay, and you're going to burnish that score line. Okay, so you have something that looks like that at the minute. Okay, then you're going to open that up and you're going to take this corner, fold it diagonally to meet this corner, and give it a burnish with your bone folder, so you have something that looks like that. Okay, then you're going to open it up and you're going to fold this corner to meet that corner, and you're going to burnish it with your bone folder. So you have something that looks like that. Okay, so then you're going to open it out again, and with the 3-inch score line facing you, you're going to tuck these corners in. Okay, so that it comes like that. And you're going to burnish. Okay, now this back piece you're going to tuck behind. So now it looks like that. And if you let it go, it looks like that. Right, so what we're going to do is, I've cut a piece of DSP, and again, this is the Year of Cheer. I absolutely love it. And it just measures, we know this is 3 inches by 5 inches, right? So I've measured this at 2 7/8 by 4 7/8. And that just gives me just a little tiny border all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down, hopefully, if my glue's playing nice like it was yesterday. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to glue that down. Right, I'm just going to leave that for a minute. Now, the rest of your DSP, you're going to fold it in exactly the same way you did that 5-inch square. You're going to fold it in half and burnish it. Okay, just 1/2. Then you're going to turn it, fold it corner to corner, and give it a burnish. You're going to open it and fold it corner to corner and give it a burnish. Now this is the easiest way I've found. If you're happy and confident to do it with your big scissors, you go right ahead. But I'm going to use my trimmer. Okay, and what we're going to do is just inside of them score lines, we're going to cut. Okay, so you get 2 halves. Okay, so then what you're going to do is we're going to cut off that score line, just the score line. Mine's sticking into me thread on me. So we don't quite want it. Right, I'll take it from the middle. So we've just took a whisper off. Now we're going to cut again, just in front of that score line. Let me just make sure. Okay, so there we need to keep that. And then what we're going to do is take that score line off. That shows you how thin I cut it off. Hopefully it won't interfere. Tell you what, these pieces we'll cut by hand. So I'm just taking that score line off first. Okay, and now I'm just going to cut this in half. Okay, and then we're going to take this one, and all we need is these 2 from here. So we're just going to cut these 2. Okay, so we've got our other 2 quarters. Get rid of that out the road. So we're going to bring this back in. Now we're not going to worry about this triangle here. Just ignore it completely. But we're going to do these. So we want our triangle piece for there. Okay, and you're just going to stick it just inside those score lines that we created. And again, I'm using Whisper White and Year of Cheer DSP. Okay, so just stick it in front of them score lines that we created. Just bear with a minute, husby's on the phone and private information. I can hear you on the phone in here. Sorry about that. So we're going to take our little triangles now that we made, and they're going to go in these just in front of them score lines that we created. You don't want to go over your score lines. because if you do, your paper will buckle up again, and you don't want that after taking the time to construct your card. And we're going to take the other two and do exactly the same on this side. Okay. Oh dear. See, it wouldn't be me, would it? Okay, so that's what you should be looking at right now. And you've nothing on this triangle here. Okay, but what we are going to do on this triangle, we're going to put glue. Or you can use tape or whatever you prefer. And I'm sorry for the scratchy, but it is a metal tip. Metal precision tip. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to fold them back in. Okay, so you're going to fold them back and bring this all forward. And I've gone over a couple of my score lines because I can see. And you're going to glue that triangle that we didn't cover, you're going to glue that down. So we can give them a burnish again. Okay, we can open it up and make sure that triangle is glued down. Okay, so that's what you're going to be left with. And to look at it from the top, you'll see that. And the side is like that. Okay, but we're going to focus on this one. This is where you're going to put all your decoration on this front one here. And I've got the snowflakes, foil snowflakes. Okay, and I'm going to use, these come in a pack of 24. And I'm going to use one of the silver ones. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that behind there, just behind my diamond. Make sure to get it in the centre. Let me just see. That would be the best way for me. Okay, so I'm putting it foil side up. So I'm just going to stick some sticky stuff on. And we're not going to be worried about it seeping out because it's only going to seep out under our card. and that's going to be our pop-up, so nobody's really going to be looking under there unless they're really inquisitive and want to know how you've done it. Okay, so we're going to stick our snowflake in there. And we're going to let it pop up so that the glue doesn't dry behind it and stick it all down. We don't want that. Okay, so now I've brought out my Oh What Fun stamp set, and you get a lot of greetings on there. Oh What Fun, Jolly, Merry Wishes, To From, Ho Ho Ho, From Santa, No Peeking, Do Not Open Until Christmas, 'Tis the Season, Wishing You a Sweet Season, Happy Christmas, and then you've got some embellishments and some scrolls. So I'm just going to use the 'Tis the Season, if I can find it. Yeah. If I can get it out. Now, a little tip for you. If you're using a stamp set for the first time, okay, if you touch your stamp, you'll notice it's sticky. And sometimes it won't stamp straight away as good as you would want it to. Take your stamp in your Stampin' Mist scrubber and just give it a clean off on your wet side before you use it, and then dry it off on the dry side. And what that does is, because it's come direct from the factory and whatever they used to create the stamps, it leaves like a film over the stamp, and that's just got rid of that film. So now I know that that will stamp brilliant. So that's just a quick tip for you, because sometimes if you don't clean them off, I've had a couple of stamp sets where the residue's been really tacky and it just wouldn't stamp properly for me, and I was moaning and gaining about the stamp, and it wasn't, it was just that it had that coating on. Okay, so I've just got a piece of scrap, and I'm just gonna now stamp my greeting, 'Tis the Season. I'm using smoky slate, so it's hard to see if you've got any ink on there or if it's all covered. And I'm just going to stamp it there. And just give that 5 seconds to transfer. Now, I'm not using my rubber mat, and it's a photopolymer stamp. And there we go. Thank God I didn't overstamp. And you don't have to really press down hard on these stamps, you really don't. And I'm going to put a couple of bits of holly. Again, out of the same stamp set, and I really should use a smaller block, otherwise it'll wobble. So I've got my smaller block, and this is block A. Just get it in the centre there. And I'm just going to put one there, and I didn't clean this one off, so I'll show you the difference. Because this is the first use, and I don't need one there because I've got one. So I'll just show you the difference. That's if the camera picks it up. See the way it's not as sharp, and you can see where the ink is actually laid on the stamp. Can you see that? That's because I didn't clean it before I used it. So now we have the dilemma. Do I go with the fancy label punch, or do I go, that's the old one, where's my square one? I'll have to go with this one because that we don't use that one anymore. So I'll go with the fancy one. Okay, sorry about that. Picked the wrong one up. Anyway, see, told you it wouldn't be me if it wasn't. If something didn't go wrong. I've left them on there because I'm going to clean them. So we've finished with that for now. So we're going to bring our card back in, and the base is well and truly stuck down now. You know me. So we're going to put this on. I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals. So I'm going to stick that sort of central. Okay. Then I'm going to take some ribbon. Yes, I'm going to do a bow. Try to. So take a bit of ribbon. And what I like to do is tie it in a knot first. Then do our bow as you would. Oh, come on. My hands are not playing this morning, so that's why I wanted to get this card done as early as, because they'll only get worse, not better. And I don't know what I've done, but my tail's ended up inside my loop. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. So I've got one tail at the top and one tail at the bottom. Glue dots would help. Okay, so just put that on a little glue dot. And I'm going to put that on the tip of my card. And you know what, I'm not even going to mess with it, because the more I mess with it, the more it'll just not play the game. Right, but you get the general idea. That's all I'm looking for. Now, around the base, I'm just going to put some random rhinestones, just to give it a bit of sparkle. because we're working odds not evens, I'm going to stick 5 on the base. Just going to put one there at the edge of the card, and then I'm going to put one either side. So I don't know what you'll call this card because I haven't got a name for it. As I say, I was just messing about with paper and I was looking at the diamond filled and what have you, and I just come up with that one. So I don't know what kind of a name you'll give it. Where's my phone? Stick my pokey tool back in. So that's our card, and it will fill flat for you to post in the mail. If you didn't want to do this too high, just do a little edging on it to get it in a normal size envelope, and then it just pops up. Okay, don't look at the shoddy bow. So I hope you give that a go. As I say, super easy, super quick, super simple. It's just a piece of cardstock that measures 8 by 5. You score it at 3. You fold it over at 3 and then fold it back on itself and burnish. So you've got that crease line down the centre there. Okay, then you take one corner and fold it over to the opposite corner by the 3-inch score line. Then you take the other corner and you fold it up to the score line on the opposite side. Okay, and then you just push in the sides. I can't show you because we've got it stuck down now. You push in the sides so it goes like that. Yeah, so we push in the sides and push down the top. Stick the base down to your card, and then it gives you that lovely pop-up there, and I think that's lovely. So I hope you give that a go and let me know if you do, or tag me in it so I can come and see what you've done. Okay, ladies and gents, take it easy and take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.